Good afternoon and welcome to the Happy Half Hour. I'm Leigh Kubin, Master Certified Life Coach and Mindset Coach.
I'm Sandra Priestley. I'm a business and branding coach, feng shui practitioner. Welcome to our podcast. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday.
Today I am in my daughter's bedroom, which is partly renovated now. You'll see I still do not have doors on, but they are freshly painted and they will be going in to the closet pretty soon and then we're good. But it's coming
together.
closer.
And look at you showing up anyway.
I know. And that's
the imperfection.
Kicking ass, even in their imperfect. But today we are recording a little bit earlier. So it's not even noon my time. So I'm drinking decaf coffee. What are you drinking?
Well,
I'm drinking mimosas or I'm drinking whiskey.
It is noon.
I'm not going to judge.
But since this is going to be kind of a workout in the yard day and then a get in the pool day, I decided to open up a bottle of Whispering Angels.
Oh.
And it is a delicious rosé.
Oh, and it would be such an amazing like lunch kind of noonish, one-ish kind of drink, right? Like super fruity and kind of
not
fun.
Too sweet. Very light.
Yeah.
Dang. Perfect outside patio.
Yes.
Especially when it's 182 degrees outside.
Oh, yeah.
I'm being dramatic, but
it's smoking hot.
I know, right? So, how was your week?
You know what? My week was really good. I took a trip to Edmonton, spent a few days with my daughter, came back last night because I had been asked to take pictures for the senior men's football team. So, new career side, like business, branding, feng shui, sports photographer. Fun. Yeah. Anyway, I think I got paid in t-shirts, but that's okay. And this week I had a really, really good conversation with a client. Was so interesting. And it happened to be about her weight loss. Now, I'm not a weight loss coach like you, although I used to be a Beachbody coach, but it's more like mindset life coaching, right?
Yeah.
And so she had said to me, she has been poorly reacting to stress. I don't even like to say under stress because I think people assume that means their life is so stressful and it's something that they can't control. So it's really like I am not responding to, or my body is not responding well to my external situations.
But it's really us that's not responding well.
It's yes. Like we are not responding well to the situation. And so anyway, so she said, I remember it was like maybe 4 weeks ago. She has been gaining some weight due to her reactions to stressors, outside stressors. She's been gaining some weight. And like she will say that when something happens, she will either not eat or like binge eat kind of carbs, right? Like a whole loaf of bread kind of thing. Like, And so she was watching this show with Melissa McCarthy, and she noticed her and she looked a lot bigger than she remembered. She was wearing just an unflattering outfit in this movie. And she said to her husband, "Do I look like that?" And I'll give him credit because he didn't lie. He said, "Well, yes, you like," she said, is that like how is that how big I am?" And he said, "Well, yes, but I love you no matter." And she was happy that he told him the truth, but it was like a smack in the face with a dead stinky fish, right? Like it was like, oh, shocker.
Yeah.
And she said, "I'm so shocked because I know I'm big, but I did not
Mhm.
think I was that big. Like she asked,
Yeah.
kind of hoping he would say no.
Oh, no, no, not near that. Mhm.
And so she was like, she cried. She called me the next day and she's like, I need to get my crap together. Like I have to. I can't. It was like such a shocker.
Mhm.
And so for the next day, maybe two, she was focused. She's like, what do I need to do? And I said, you need to start small and commit to something,
Mhm.
not commit to changing your diet, exercising at the gym, drinking all your water, meditating, journaling, getting 10 hours of like you can't do it all. So just start, and what can you commit to? So she chose what she was going to commit to was drinking all of her water every day,
Mhm.
and drinking a supplement that she's been taking. That was it. And she did that for a few days and then she fell off. She fell right off. And
'Cause
then, and
she didn't feel
just,
better.
yeah, felt a little bit better and then fell off. And so, as we were kind of going through this process, she's like, well, my life is so crazy. My life is so this. And so I talked to her about like choosing sometimes to step into the tornado, the outside part,
Yeah.
of the tornado, instead of staying in the center and going, what am I in control of? And it was so fascinating to me because she's got a back issue, and her daughter, who's 20, is going through some relationship stuff. And she looked at her mom and said, Mom, you have to take care of your back. You have to go and take care of your back. And she said, but I'm worried about you. And her daughter said, I need to worry about you so I don't think about me.
Mhm.
And I went, what an epiphany for a 20-year-old,
Yeah.
because this is what her mother, my client, has been doing. She has a busy family, a busy life, a busy everything.
Yeah.
But I'm always saying to her, is it your crap or is it theirs?
And she's using them as
Mhm.
an excuse to
Yeah.
not show up.
Yes,
Full stop. Yeah.
absolutely. Sometimes it's hard to look in the mirror. I mean, it is
Oh,
hard
it
to look in the
is
mirror. It
so
gets
hard.
easier. It gets easier once you start realizing, oh, wow, okay. Number one, we all have shit,
Yeah.
all of us.
Every single one.
And number two, our stuff is just things our mind thinks.
Mhm.
We don't have
It
to own
makes
it. It's not who we are.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just things our mind thinks.
Mhm.
So if we can get over that, we can kind of let go of the judgment that we have on ourselves.
But consciously being aware of those thoughts we think. And
Absolutely.
when our emotions tell us something's out of alignment here,
Yeah.
course correct. Because our emotions let us know if we're going to what we want, we feel joyful, we feel easy. If
Yes.
we are feeling like shit, we're going in the opposite direction. What am I
Absolutely.
thinking of in this moment? What am I focused on? What
Yeah.
story am I telling? Is it true?
Exactly.
And is it where I want to go?
Exactly. And this is the thing, is like, wow, we can absolutely tell a ton of stories
Mhm.
and then keep feeding them, keep
Mhm.
feeding them. Or we can tell stories and recognize, whoa, wait a minute. I got to stop this crap. I'm just creating drama just to avoid.
Yeah. Or we can tell the stories of what we want. The
Absolutely.
daydreaming, the what if.
One of the things that I suggested that she do was, her and her family are going to Disney World or
Yeah.
Disney Cruise. I can't remember.
Okay.
And so what I said was, well, let's use your space. Let's use your space to remind you of where you're going and why you want to lose this weight. Because she said, I cannot avoid being in family pictures because of my size. I cannot and will not stand behind my family again. Like, I'm not going to do it. But, it's like, I think a year and a half from now. So we can convince ourselves it's so far off. One day's not going to matter. One day's not, like, every day matters, and not in a way of like, let's beat ourselves up if we fall off, but in a like, today is the best day to start and to keep going. And so what I said to her was, she has one of those machines that like creates the silhouettes and things. I think it's called a Cricut machine.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
And so I said, here is a little picture of Minnie Mouse. Like, it's just a silhouette of Minnie Mouse. Print this out on your Cricut and place it somewhere. Place it on the front of your fridge. Place it on the front of your pantry. No one is going to know why that is there, but you will know. And it's a reminder of, I'm going to Disney. I'm going, or put your camera out somewhere, like let it sit somewhere, or have the picture of a camera or something.
Yep.
Picture of Melissa McCarthy in your kitchen.
You keep saying Matthew.
I know. Because who doesn't have Matthew McConaughey in the mind? But
I mean, always somewhere in there.
Right. I know. Anyway, so but like a picture of Melissa McCarthy maybe on your fridge might be a little bold.
Well, and it
might be a little hurtful.
Yeah, because it's
like
gonna
triggering.
Yes, and it's gonna come from a place of shame.
Yes. But motivation.
But it depends on how you process it, because we're all different, right?
Exactly. Sometimes it's like, people who, let's say they're smokers and they get a diagnosis of lung cancer or a potential fear of lung cancer. And it's like, bang, never again. Like, sometimes that happens, but I think for the majority of us, it's like putting something in our space for what we want, or reminds us of where we're going, reminds us of like what we want to create, is so, so powerful. Like, a picture of Minnie Mouse on my fridge is subtle enough for everyone else not to question, strong enough for me to know, I want to go get my picture with Minnie and I'm going to rock it, whatever size I am at that time. But I'm going to feel comfortable, even if all she does is work on her mindset from now for 18 months. If that's
all she did, it would be enough.
Yes. Yeah. Exactly.
Without one change to her body.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I have a new patient, and she started about a week ago. So she came in this past week. So I guess it's almost been 2 weeks, but she came in this past week for her first weigh-in. And at her initial weigh-in, I mean, she needs to lose 150 pounds.
Okay.
She's young. She is adorable, and she is joyful. And I started really talking to her like, this weight stuff is easy. Like, if you stick to this plan, the weight is going to come off. It's the mindset that we've got to work on. And she goes, well, I don't know what that means. And I don't know, like, even where to start. And I said, well, I want you to start feeling good right now, right where you are at your current weight. I want you to get excited about where you are and what journey you're on. But you've got to love yourself in this body if you intend to love yourself in your fit body.
Yeah. And
she wasn't really sure, because she's like, it's just so much. Like, this is going to take forever. And I calculated it out, and I said, no, here is your weight loss goal date. Like, done. You stick to this by this date, you'll be there. But anyway, she comes in, she weighs in, she's down like 12 pounds. In a week, which is not uncommon for people that have
if they have some. Yes.
Because let's be honest, it's a lot of water. It's not all fat.
Yeah.
But no one cares that it's water in the beginning because they're
No.
seeing the scale move.
And it just, yes, it
So she,
feels so good, even though
yeah,
we're not supposed to put pressure on the scale and, like feel good because of the scale. But man, it does feel good because it feels like success
you
and
can,
it's a tangible
yes,
way to view it.
yes.
Mhm.
So she was thrilled and flabbergasted because she's like, I've never lost 2 pounds in
Oh,
life. So it was very foreign to
wow.
her, but she was so happy. And I was
Yeah.
asking her how she was feeling and how she feels when she's eating healthy. And she's like, it's the weirdest thing. I have more energy, which I know that's part of it. Um,
Yeah.
I'm not really that hungry, but the food feels good to me. Like when I'm eating it, it
Um,
feels like I'm doing something nice for myself, for myself.
right.
And
Right.
and so then I asked her, I said, are you where you want to be goal
Hmm.
wise? And she said, no. And I said, but you feel amazing. And she said, yeah. And I said, that's what you need to keep doing.
Exactly.
It's not about getting there. You're going to get there. Just like if you get in your car and you aim towards California and you follow GPS, you will end up there at some point.
Yeah.
But don't worry about that.
Hmm.
Pay attention to this journey that you're on now, because
Yeah.
everything that's happening every day, and this is true in business, in relationships, in
Yeah.
house renovations, in yard work,
Yeah.
it's doing one thing, being there, taking care of what needs to be done, learning from it,
Yeah.
appreciating it, sitting back sometimes and going, wow, or
Mhm.
shit, I might go clean that up over there.
Yeah.
It's the journey. The journey is not
Yeah.
getting there.
But also, using that same analogy of if you put yourself in GPS, you're going to eventually get there, no
Mhm.
matter how fast. Like, you
You can
could be
take wrong
going
turns.
60 miles, you could be going 20 miles an hour,
Yeah.
you could take wrong turns. But what do? We stop. We start going,
Uh-huh.
we're like all excited about it, right? We're all
Yeah.
excited. Okay. I can't remember where you said we were going to go, but like California, I don't know.
Let's go to
And
California.
so, and so we decide we're going to go, we get in the car, and sometimes we're like, yes, pack the car up and don't turn the ignition on. Well, you're probably going to
Yeah.
see no sunny California.
Right.
Or we get going and we go for 3 hours and go, fuck, still can't see it. This is bullshit. I'm not going to do a thing. And back,
California isn't real. There is no place called California. This
right.
is good
Because I
enough.
can't see it.
Yeah. Right where
All
I
I can,
am, San
yeah,
Antonio. That's enough.
right.
Mhm.
And so if we think in terms of like, okay, this is the path that I'm on, I've been led here by the universe. I've been led to Leigh
Yeah.
by the universe. I'm just going to trust that she knows the fucking path. Like you're the GPS.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so good. But you are. And when I started with my naturopath, because I knew that I was holding on to some sort of hormonal weight, I had like, I could feel, I could feel like this fight or flight always switched on. I
Mm.
didn't know that I had it always switched on. It just felt normal to me until all of a sudden it was switched off. And I went, oh shit. Okay. When people said I was stressed, and I said, no, I feel pretty good. Actually, my body was like, it
Yeah.
was, I only knew fight or flight.
Yeah.
I did not have the freeze. I did not have the fawn. I did not have any of the other things that are new, but I had this constant fight or flight. And I remember saying to myself, like she said, it's going to take longer than you think, and it's not going to work in the way that you think that it will. And I went, okay. And I put my faith in her as my GPS.
Yeah. Yeah.
And sometimes we need to borrow someone else's belief in
Yes.
or and just but again, commit
Mm-hmm.
like we fucking mean it.
Mm-hmm.
And too often, and this goes for business, this goes for too often we think here's the direction I want to go. I'm intimidated by that, but I really, really want it.
Yeah.
And we're not committed. We're interested, but we're not committed enough to show the fuck up, even when we don't want to.
Yeah.
Even when it seems tough, even when we don't see results, even when we go up on the scale, even when a client cancels with us, even when we have shown up religiously and we still have not sold the dang thing, even when we go live and we fuck it up, even when, you know, we go out and have a ton of nachos, you know?
Yeah.
Which,
Yeah.
by the way, I did a couple days ago.
Oh, nachos?
Nachos, like taco chips with tableside guacamole, was so good.
Yeah.
Back on track. That was like, it was like a little pit stop. I made
It's
a
a
little
good
pit
stop.
stop, but that's okay.
And it's not every day.
It's not every day. It could be. It was really good guacamole, but
It could be.
But anyway, I got distracted there. However, wow, like that concept of are you interested or committed was so
Yes.
huge to me, because I thought, shit, I've only been interested in a lot of things in my life, my whole life.
It's okay sometimes to just be interested. You don't have to commit to everything.
Yeah.
Play with it.
Yeah.
See if it's something that you want to get committed to.
Right. But if I have a goal, and it's a goal that I can't let go of, and it's a goal that I desperately
commit.
achieve.
Yeah.
I am now starting to go, am I interested in this or am I committed? And if I'm committed, what am I committed to and how am I committed for it?
Yeah.
Like this is no different than my journaling, right? Like it's like I'm committed to the process. I'm committed to journaling every single day. And sometimes I don't. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes it's 12 o'clock and I think, shit, missed it. But I'm committed to the process, and I have not been until 2023. Before it was like I really should, and I'm interested.
But I've seen this shift in you relatively, like I've seen a significant shift in you.
Ooh, really?
Focus with your focus.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if it's the new paint in the house.
It's possible. It is.
Because there is a shift since you painted.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. And it's, I mean, you know, my office, like I must look so different because my office was like a very deep blue.
I know.
I'm in my daughter's room, and I mean, she has white and cream bedding with like light pink and like this creamy kind of grayish walls, and everything is so light and bright and white and kick ass in a different way. Before it was more like bold and in your face blue. But yeah,
but it felt so good.
Introspective, probably too introspective. You know, too in my thoughts, I would say.
Okay.
You know, too.
I can see that.
Too much water.
Because that is a lot of water.
Yeah, but I mean, I also put fire behind me to kind of balance that out.
And power.
But I feel though that more focused, more committed, more organized, more on task, more let's fucking go energy, you know?
Yeah.
Unless you got this kind of energy.
Yeah.
Now it's like, let's show the fuck up.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter.
Even in the imperfection.
Even in the imperfection.
Because how many times do we just sit it out? Because things aren't perfect.
Yeah, even with the doors not on and directly behind me.
This is progress for you in itself. We've done 2 episodes in your house under construction.
I know.
Totally out of your element.
It's so much. And I have done probably more changes in my business I've had better, I've had like a 70, I think it was 79% increase in viewership
Nice.
on my page. Just because I wasn't showing up before. And
Mhm.
now all of a sudden, when there's moments where I shouldn't, like I have, not that I shouldn't show up, but like the old me would have had a time, would have used this as an excuse to not show up, or would have been so distracted by everything that I couldn't show up.
Yeah.
And 2 weeks ago I did, because I missed a podcast episode of my personal podcast.
Uh-huh.
And I missed it because everything was in disarray. I had no fucking paint though. So it could totally be the paint.
There you go. So in 2 weeks, the shift.
For sure.
I cannot tell you how many of my patients will say the house is under construction. I can't be on plan
Oh,
for
yes.
a month. I'm just going to have to eat whatever. And it's like, really, you're going to use that as you have to eat. You have to still plan what you're going to eat. Does it have to mean you just go crazy? But we do that. Business,
Yeah.
weight loss,
It doesn't,
relationships.
yeah, it doesn't matter the goal. I have business coaching clients, same thing. Well, I can't really do all of this because, the kids are in school, the kids are in sports, I've got all of this going on outside, my husband, blah, blah. And I always say, okay, so let's go back to how much time would it take for you to show up in your business? Bare minimum. 30 minutes. Usually it's between 30 minutes and an hour to do everything, like in addition to coaching clients if they have them, but 30 minutes to an hour. And then I say, you don't have 30 minutes to an hour. Same with journaling.
Yeah.
How long does journaling take to stay on task? One sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Like I tell people, just write one sentence. I don't care. It's like, I fucking hate Sandra and her journaling project. I don't care if that's what you write down for a day, but the commitment to it and the daily practice is what's important.
Yeah.
And so, and you always, like, you start one sentence and you end up with 5 minutes.
Yeah. Or you've got a page full.
It's not that much time. We spend way more time feeling guilty, feeling shameful, and trying to justify our decisions with excuses that other people will buy.
Yeah. Yeah. And sit there and feel the shame. I really should have journaled. I really should journal.
Yeah.
I'm not, being committed, blah, blah, blah. And the time we waste on that instead of just doing the thing.
Yes,
Cracks
exactly.
me up.
I know.
It's like when I'm doing that and I'm like, come on. And I get on it and I see how quickly it gets done.
Yeah.
It's
like laundry. It's like, it's like everything, right? It's like,
yeah.
Oh, I got to do laundry. I got to fold that laundry. I got to hang up that laundry. I don't really want to.
And how many times do we fold it before we actually wash it?
Right. Right. And, really, it's just like, yeah, I spend way more time thinking about it, making myself feel crappy because I've got to, trying to remind myself that I've got to do it. Then it would take the 5 minutes to just put it away. Mm-hmm. Really. We're such complex humans. Minds are just so powerful. Either way,
I was working on some homework and I'd finished a little quiz and I moved on to the next unit, and it was really some deep stuff and talking about questions that you will have with clients, like getting them ready before hypnosis, some things that you really want to connect on and get from them to help them have the best outcome. And I got to the questions and they made sense.
Mm-hmm.
But my brain was hurting from really trying to think about how would I respond to that? Like in a session, where would I go? And in contemplating that, I'm like, I don't have time to finish this.
Mm.
And I gave myself permission. I put it aside and said, work on this when you're feeling a little more inspired.
Nice.
And that didn't feel so bad because I was totally giving myself time to regurgitate some of those questions and really put myself there. Mm-hmm. And then when I get inspired about it, jump on it. And then it will take me 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And those are the secrets we need to pick up on, the way that work best for us.
Exactly. But, and also knowing that it's okay to take a step back. It's okay to like take a pit stop on your journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you probably can't sleep in the gas station bathroom.
No,
And
I don't sleep.
never leave from there. You know,
have
like
to eat there.
Get out of the bathroom at some point and like get back in the car.
Yeah. So
like
I will have
in
it
this
done.
Example.
I will have it done before our next podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm excited to hear about it.
Well, thank you, Sandra. This was awesome. And thank you guys for joining us. We will see you next Thursday on the Happy F Hour. Bye.
Bye.